Hi there, this is my first proper full length video, so please be gentle. Well, so in order to tell my story, I need to give you some context. When I was younger, about 5, 6 years old, I was tested and found to have mild signs of Asperger's or higher functioning autism. Autism affects people in different ways. For me, I picked up reading very quickly as a child, like reading age of 16 by the time I was 6, and they enabled me to read way further ahead than my peers. Means I breezed through primary school and most of high school. Didn't find school all that challenging, so it didn't really push me to get the work done that would challenge me. I was comfortable just cruising through. What I didn't realize is that that attitude had kind of made me lazy and complacent to the point of apathy in the end. These bad habits I formed throughout my early schooling years would come back to bite me in the ass. Life is anything but predictable, and I found that out the hard way. Fast forward to me in 2009, 16 years old, year 12 of high school, sixth form. Was just another day of me driving home from high school. I live in a rural area, so it was a relatively long drive for me. And my entire life changed in an instant. I woke up in hospital about 2 months later with no memory of what happened. My family told me that I had had a head on collision with another vehicle, both of us going approximately 100 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour. My car at the time was a small hatchback, no airbags, so I took the brunt of the enormous force generated in the crash. It was a miracle I survived. My injuries were as followed. My right femur broken in 3 places, now reinforced by a titanium rod. My pelvis fractured in 6 places. As a result, I was bedridden and or wheelchair bound for months after. I spent my 17th birthday in a wheelchair. The impact had cracked my sternum and given me a punctured lung. My right arm had a spiral fracture. This injury wasn't noticed initially, and since it was caught late, it now was reinforced with titanium plates. I also violently kissed the steering wheel, as my wife likes to say. And my jaw was broken with my 4 front teeth knocked out, but that's a whole different saga for later. My most significant injury that still affects me to this day was the TBI, my traumatic brain injury. My head injury left my entire left side paralyzed. Through physical therapy, I was able to regain movement after a while, but it has never been the same since, especially the coordination for my left hand. The paralysis and other movement restrictions have resulted in extreme weight loss. I went from a healthy 60 kgs, 130 pounds, to a gaunt 30 kgs, around 65, 66 pounds. It was an uphill battle, but through family support and understanding friends, I managed to finish high school after repeating my final year, and went on to enroll in uni to study computer science. What I didn't While I didn't manage to graduate after 5 years, I dropped out in 2017. I did meet the woman who will later on become my wife. I still have no idea how I survived this, nor how I'm still able to be a mostly functional human being. I'd say mostly because my brain injury left me with some extra feet. I say mostly because my brain injury left me with some extra features which didn't appear till much later. Chronic fatigue, which, while I try and manage the best I can, still can knock me out figuratively for a day or two. As another screw from the TBI, I developed epilepsy in 2014, which, while controlled with medication, has really affected my life. That being that, I'm very fortunate that I don't get, it's not photosensitive, so, if I did that, it would suck balls, because I am an avid gamer. A more recent development from 2022 onwards was I developed vertigo, like very strong dizzy spells. They're unpredictable in both strength and frequency, from my head being a bit fuzzy or from my head being a bit fuzzy to not being able to move and everything looking like it's melting. Naturally, this has caused a lot of frustrations for my daily life, as it seems to pick the worst times to knock me on my ass. Like when I have something fun planned for my wifey. Like video games. Mind out of the gutter, people. On a less serious note, my personality shifted, fairly common with a brain injury, and while I became incredibly angry and frustrated at first because of my near limitations, I think it's understandable, I soon saw it as my life deciding that it wants to play on hard mode. I also feel like my mild Asperger's was upgraded to a much more prominent autism, I guess. I have suffered from depression at times, but with the help of my wife and friends, I have pulled myself out of that downward spiral. And also, an unlikely factor in this specific recovery is some YouTube channels I've been watching. I kind of got sucked into the GunTuber sphere. Ended up watching the Unsubscribe podcast. And they say lots of naughty words, but their humor and positive messages, the aggressive positivity, you could say, has helped me stay away from that dark path. In the end, I've come to terms with the new modifiers my life has blessed me with, and I'm ready for whatever challenges lie beyond. Due to the fact that I'm unemployed, for obvious medical reasons, and probably unemployable, I've become a member of my local gym, and I'm keeping myself as healthy as I can be. I also started live streaming video games this year, and currently have a Twitch channel as well as this YouTube channel. Not trying to plug anything, but still, there we are. Don't really know what else to say. Just that, I don't know, life has really kicked me in the ass, but I learned over the years that it's something that you have to live with, and you have to what is it? The words. It's you never know. Can't even think of it now. You never know how strong you can be until you have no choice but to be strong. That's what I found. So on those words, I will have to see you later. Thanks for watching.